Realization. We believe that life will after wrong about. Worth? But I've imagined. To Hollow Earth.
So,
His species was a very... Every day he searches for...
what about God?
As long as they don't find... Humanity is lucky, Godzilla...
In Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, the film begins in Hollow Earth, where Kong fends off vicious wart dogs, but discovers he has an infected tooth. Hearing what he believes is another ape's roar, he is disappointed to find a frog-like creature and retreats in solitude. Meanwhile, on the surface, Godzilla maintains dominance by eliminating rogue titans. In Rome, he defeats Scylla with his atomic breath, claiming the Colosseum as his resting place. Monarch researchers, including Dr. Eileen Andrews, detect strange energy readings in Hollow Earth. Eileen, now caring for Gia, a girl with a psychic link to Titans, learns Gia's visions align with these energy surges. When Kong surfaces to show Eileen his rotting tooth, her veterinarian friend Trapper replaces it with a metallic one.
And these problems aren't going... I understand that, but we have displaced. She is her cult. We're just trying to reach her. Join the club.
Eileen and her team, including conspiracy theorist Bernie Hayes, follow Kong back to Hollow Earth after detecting a distress signal. Simultaneously, Godzilla absorbs radiation from a nuclear plant in France, preparing to confront Tiamat, a powerful titan in the North Pole. Monarch realizes if Godzilla defeats Tiamat, he could become dangerously supercharged, setting the stage for an epic confrontation. Into the fray and defends the oppressed ape, sparking tension among Scar King's forces. Scar King himself, a towering and scarred great ape, confronts Kong, warning him to submit or face annihilation. Kong refuses, igniting a conflict that foreshadows a rebellion.
Right, the good news, doctor in town. You are clear to swamp the dead. Touchdown, Trapper.
Meanwhile, the crew in the Iwi Temple learns the true stakes. The Scar King's army plans to rise and claim dominion over both Hollow Earth and the surface world. Gia's connection to the Iwi and her visions point to her being the key to awakening Mothra, a potential ally in the brewing war. Kong and Zuko quietly rally the oppressed apes, preparing for a revolt against Scar King. Back on the surface, Godzilla grows stronger from his battle with Tiamat, sensing the escalating chaos below. Monarch's researchers race against time to track the converging paths of Kong, Godzilla, and the reawakening apocalyptic threat posed by Scar King's army. As the story hurtles toward an explosive climax, Kong and Godzilla's paths seem destined to collide once more, but this time the fate of two worlds hangs in the balance. In the depths of Hollow Earth, Kong faces off with Scar King, a brutal ruler of the great apes, wielding a whip made from a titan's spine. Scar King mocks Kong's metal tooth and punishes dissent, throwing a rebel ape into a lava pit. Enraged, Kong battles Scar King, but is weakened when Scar King summons Shimo, a colossal ice titan controlled by a pain-inflicting crystal. Shimo's icy breath severely injures Kong, forcing him to retreat.
Well, let's...
The Hollow Earth, touched by mankind, stepped on alien soul.
A small step for me.
Right down the lens. Take two. A world.
About 2 miles straight ahead.
Look at that.
Meanwhile, Gia bonds with her ancestral Iwi tribe, finding solace among her people. The crew learns of Kong's plight when Suko brings the injured Kong to the Iwi. Seeing Kong's frostbitten arm, Trapper suggests using tech from his defunct Operation Powerhouse. He recovers the beast glove from the destroyed Monarch outpost, augmenting Kong's damaged arm with enhanced strength and mobility. Kong sets out for the surface world to summon Godzilla, knowing their inevitable clash could shift the tide against Scar King. Meanwhile, Scar King rides Shimo, leading his army of apes toward conquest. The stage is set for an epic showdown, with the fate of both Hollow-Earth and the surface world hanging in the balance. The climactic battle erupts as Godzilla, fully charged with Tiamat's power, radiates with glowing pink dorsal plates. Kong, emerging from a portal in Cairo, roars to signal an alliance. However, Godzilla, still harboring their old rivalry, charges at Kong, leading to a colossal battle that demolishes the pyramids. Kong's new beast glove delivers powerful punches, but their clash is interrupted by the rebirth of Mothra, summoned by Gia and the Iwi tribe. Mothra's appearance shocks Godzilla, rekindling memories of their ancient alliance. Setting aside their feud, Godzilla and Kong roar together, uniting against the greater threat, Scar King and Shimo, who breach the surface world with their army. The humans devise a daring plan to stop the evil titans, using Iwi crystals to create a gravity surge, temporarily halting their advance. As Scar King freezes the veil to enter, the battle escalates. Godzilla and Kong charge into action, targeting Shimo and Scar King. The fight becomes a chaotic spectacle as the four titans clash mid-air. Suko redeems herself by taking out Scar King's enforcer, sending him plummeting to his doom. Meanwhile, Mothra shields the fleeing humans from danger. In the ultimate showdown, the titans fall through the portal, carrying the battle to the surface world. Godzilla, Kong, Mothra, and humanity stand together against the apocalyptic threat, their united strength the only hope to end Scar King's reign of terror. In the epic finale, the Titans clash on a Rio de Janeiro beach, terrifying locals. Scar King unleashes Shimo's icy wrath, freezing parts of the city and firing an ice blast into the sky. Kong battles valiantly, but Shimo's powers give Scar King the upper hand. Godzilla intervenes, using his atomic breath to disarm Scar King by ripping the crystal controlling Shimo from his whip. As the Titans scramble for the crystal, Suko heroically leaps into action with Kong's axe, smashing the crystal and freeing Shimo from Scar King's control. Without his weapon, Scar King faces doom. Kong and Godzilla team up, tossing Scar King like a volleyball before Shimo freezes him solid. Kong finishes the fight, shattering the evil ape into pieces. Godzilla then reverses the ice blast, restoring Rio to normal. In the aftermath, Godzilla retreats to the Colosseum for rest, and Mothra repairs Hollow-Earth's veil. Eileen considers letting Gia stay with the Iwi tribe, but Gia signs her desire to remain with Eileen. They bid farewell to Trapper and Bernie. Kong returns to the Great Apes with Suko and Shimo, now thriving under his protection. In a triumphant moment, Kong raises his axe as the new leader, roaring with pride as the other apes join in respect. Kong's journey ends with him no longer alone, having reclaimed his place among his kind and solidified a fragile peace between Titans and humanity. Their uneasy history leads to another battle as Godzilla defends his territory. Mothra's timely intervention unites the Titans, signaling the need to join forces against a greater threat. Back in Hollow-Earth, Scar King and his army, along with the Ice Titan Shimo, prepare to invade the surface. The Iwi create a gravity surge to prevent their escape, but during a fierce battle, all four Titans are pulled through a portal to Rio de Janeiro. In the climactic showdown, Scar King unleashes Shimo's devastating ice powers, freezing parts of the city. Godzilla and Kong fight valiantly, but the odds shift when Suko arrives with Kong's axe, shattering the crystal that controlled Shimo. Freed from Scar King's influence, Shimo turns against her former master. The Titans unite to deliver justice. Shimo freezes Scar King, and Kong smashes him into oblivion. With peace restored, Godzilla returns to the Colosseum in Rome to rest. Eileen and Gia decide to stay close to the iwi, while Kong leads Suko and Shimo back to the great apes. There, Kong ascends as their rightful leader, raising his axe in victory as his fellow apes roar in respect. The fragile balance between Titans and humanity is upheld, and Kong finds his place as both protector and king.